This piece starts with two bottles that are filled with water. There's a bobber inside that's tied to the bottom, right in the center of the jar.
Now with this arm free to rotate, the question is, what would happen inside the bottles if I were to give this thing a quick spin?
Will the bobbers move to the inside? Will they move to the outside? Or will they stay right in the center? Let's give it a spin and see.
Clockwise.
If we watch it in slow motion, it appears that the bobbers are moving towards the inside.
Now would it make any difference if I spun it in the opposite direction? Counterclockwise.
We see the same results if we spin it clockwise or counterclockwise. When the rotor is stationary, we can see the bobbers are located in the center of the jars. But once it starts moving, we'll notice that they move towards the center of rotation. That's because they're less dense than the water.
Now this is an easy build, so let's take a quick look.
The jar lids are attached with screws and then covered with glue. The bobbers on each end are held in place by fishing line. To assemble it, we'll fill the jars up. And it doesn't matter whether they have a few bubbles in it or not. We can just watch and see what they do also. Now tighten the jars down tight. On that end, that's good. Bring the other jar over and we'll tighten this one. Make sure it's nice and tight so they don't leak. There we go. The base is made from a piece of framing lumber. It has this big bolt that goes through it, and it's recessed so it doesn't scratch the table. A couple washers on top, and we'll turn this piece over, put it on that bolt. The nut has a little bit of glue on it so we can tighten it down and it'll stay in place, but don't make it too tight, otherwise it won't turn. Now we simply give it a spin.